How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Good morning, Lil J. Welcome to the live. I'm late this morning. I'm just late. I just okay. Hi, Carla Brenner. How's everybody doing? Thanks for coming in. I am so late this morning. I hope everybody today is going well. So have you been having a busy week? I heard you say, I think you said about was it your uncle or something like that? His wife passed when you were talking last night, even though I didn't stay in the live long, Gwen. Okay, well, I understand that because my uncle, the one that I talked about, would play the guitar. The youngest, my dad's youngest brother, his wife's funeral is Saturday. So I understand. Yes, her funeral is Saturday. So I'm gonna be honest, I didn't intend to be this late, but my hair looking all packed down and all. Really didn't uh it's been washed though. But anyway, yeah, her funeral is Saturday also. I'm trying to get ready to fix me a little breakfast. Okay, thank you. Same to you. Same to you. But today I don't have anything. I'm just saying happy Wednesday, and seems like I heard you talking about your dad last night rather, talking about hi Carla. Thank you. Um about did you say he turned 72? So it's a blessing to still have your parents, Gwen. That was I wanted to talk to my parents so bad after I got out of the hospital, but I know they wasn't there. I know I couldn't do it. So it's a blessing that you can talk to your parents. It's always a blessing to be able to talk to your parents, but I know I couldn't do it. And it wasn't like I was out of my head. I knew they were deceased. But it's just after getting back home, I just want to talk to them. 71 and mom is 72. Okay. Okay. All right. Where my mother died and she's been dead for 27 years. She was 50 something. I think about 50. Uh-huh. That's good. My mother was I think she was 58 when she passed. And my dad, he was 70 something. But he died 2012. But yeah, I wanted to talk to them, but I couldn't because I knew they were already gone. But I just had some mixed, I guess, mixed emotions or something. I'm gonna put me some smoked sausage on because I just laid there and I really overslept. I was awake early this morning and went back to sleep. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna cook me some of this morning. I'm just late. Was awake early and went back to sleep. But I heard you also mention about your daughter and all. But I guess sometimes young people they don't understand. If she felt like your dad didn't want to be bothered, she didn't understand. I don't think she probably didn't mean anything by it. But today, I don't know what I'm gonna do today. Probably just stay in and rest. I think it's gonna be, I don't know, the temperature now today and yesterday, it wasn't hot because I went outside. But when it gets so hot, that heat makes me feel so drained. So I don't know what the temperature is right now. But yesterday was nice. Yes, it was because I was outside. I went outside. Uh huh. Okay, it's 82 to start for now. Okay, so it's probably gonna just be in the 80s. So if I wanted to go outside again, I could probably go. But I don't think I'm gonna do too much outside today, which I didn't yesterday. But I walked outside and I went around back, and my husband had some tomatoes he had set out, but he didn't go around there. So uh, that's all I mean, I was outside. I watered the plants and all that. Came back in. So it's not very many in here, but Carla, whoever is in here, if you will look at Life of Gwen's content or whatever, whoever's in here, if you don't have one another, because now it's just showing there's two people in here, but if you don't have one another, y'all connect if you like what the other one do. I would just say it that way. So I must have been dreaming hard or something. Because I know today I'm supposed to go live and I just went back to sleep. Okay. Life of Gwen. Hi, Carla. Okay. But anyway, I just wanted to go live for a little while because it's nothing special I have to talk about. Um, Unless you all have some questions or something you have for me. I was just, by being so late, it was kind of like a throw off to me because I was asleep and I got up and I'm thinking about live and I'm thinking this and that. But in a way, what do y'all like to do on the weekend? Do you like to sit home? Good morning, gamer bro. Do you like to stay at home weekend and rest? Do you like to go out and watch a movie? Do you go to the park or what? What do you like doing? How are you, gamer bro? Thanks for coming in. Most weekends I don't go out. Most of the time I don't. Uh, Hi, Felicia Michelle. Welcome to the live. Uh, I hope you're doing well also. I'm cooking me some breakfast. I'm late this morning. Overslept. Thinking that, I don't know, wasn't really thinking anything, and I just went back to sleep and got up, and it's still want to go live. So, but what do you all like to do on the weekend? Like I say, do you go to a movie? You like to go to the park? Or you like just staying at home watching movies? So I'm gonna read some of you all's comment or whatever, because I'm fixing me some breakfast right now. I mean, we can still talk. I can still chat. You can comment, and I'll read your comments. So yeah, so far, um, we having a nice week so far. Like I say, yesterday wasn't too hot. So yes, I like the park, out to eat, church, and just having fun. Yeah, okay, okay. That's something I don't do a lot, is go out to eat. Um, Sometimes we go out and eat, but it's not regular. It's not like some people do. Some people may go out to eat every weekend. I don't. If I go out, we might eat out like 2 times or maybe once a month or something like that. Sometimes it don't be that regular. Okay. But now I don't care. I don't really just care that much for eating out. Now this gonna sound. I don't have to go to a restaurant like what I'm saying. I can get me a Whopper, and I'm so satisfied with a Whopper. It don't have to be Harvey's wherever. I don't have to go to places like that. If I get me a Whopper, I'm satisfied. I always like a burger. So that's fine with me. But not saying that we go out to other places now to eat. But I'm just saying I can eat a burger and I'm just satisfied with that. So life is Felicia Michelle. I miss most of your premiere. So I saw you had something. Was it something, a plug-in or something? Yeah, Whoppers are good. I don't just eat the sesame seeds and have to ask for a regular bun. Yeah, yeah. Whoppers are good. But anyway, we go to other restaurants and eat, because for Father's Day, uh, the men got a card to go out to where they could eat at. I think it's Harvest, and my husband hadn't ate there yet, but he still have his card. So when he go, I probably go with him. So I know your daughter is grown. I think you say, I don't know, is your daughter 23? Is it your son? But anyway, uh, those were the good days when my children were in school. I mean, like high school, middle school, because those were the days when I would just enjoy having them home from school. Now, anybody that have children in school now, and I'm saying if depending on the age range, that would be so much fun to me to have my children at home with me. It's 23, my son. Yeah. Okay. Okay. But when school would be out, I would enjoy my children being at home with me. I really would. So a lot of times now, my children are grown also, but it would be so much fun to me when school would be out. I would have them here. I wouldn't have to get up so early because I would have to get up so early when they were all in school because the bus they would ride would be out here before 6:30. So that means everybody had to get up early. And I had to start to get them all ready early. And I had to get them because at one time they were all that were not at one time, not at one time they are close together now. But anyway, my daughter she is not 2 years older than her. My uh my youngest daughter is not 2 years old as my let me say I never heard of a bus coming at her. Yes, it did too. I had to get up early. And at that time, my oldest daughter was not 2 years older than my youngest daughter. My son, I had them all close together. So I had to get up real early. But then when I would get up, I would cook breakfast. I would cook them a whole breakfast. I didn't tell them, well, you wait till you get to school so you can eat. I would get up, I would cook bacon or whatever, eggs, or sausage and rice. And, I just didn't send them out of school saying, well, y'all, you get breakfast when you get there. So I would have to get up so early. But being a housewife, I guess I could do that. So I would get up and make sure that everybody had breakfast if that's what they wanted. But uh-huh. Those those fun days are over now, you know. So and I also used to babysit too. I used to babysit people's children, but I got to the point where I just stopped doing it. So I just like working. I just like being around. Just really like being around kids. And I mean, babysitting just was fun for me. And it just things have changed now. A lot of kids are going to daycare, and some of them they've grown up now. They grow up now so they can help with their children, their siblings rather, not their children. Yeah, yeah, I did, but not much. I never worked a lot away from home. Pretty much, I would just say, I always have been a housewife. And I'm going to tell you, people might look and say, "Oh, a housewife got it made." If you're at home, you're going to see more. You're going to see more that need to be done. It's more work being at home. Um, when my husband, he would work different shifts. He'd have to be at work at maybe like 4 in the morning or 3. And I would get up, I would cook his breakfast. If it be 3 something, I was cooking breakfast. Then if we didn't have any breakfast food here, I might get up and cook fried chicken that time of morning. So I always been busy, but it's just a lot to do. When you have children, when you're married, you just have a lot to do. I would get up and just do what I had to do. But now with my children grown, I don't have to get up that early. And but I still get up early sometimes. But seemed like it was more fun or something back then. Now I don't have to be saying, what y'all want to eat? They're so choosy. Everyone, well, they're especially my daughters, they're so choosy. Yes, it is. It's a lot of work, but I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. And I would enjoy, I guess now I'm trying to get back to getting up doing something. It just all depends on how I feel now. But this morning, like I said, I just overslept. But it's so much to do if you're a housewife. It's so much to do if you're a mother. It's just a lot to do. So if anybody say, well, you got it made, well, it's a lot to do. And I realize people have their choice whether or not they want to work outside the home or whether they want to stay at home with the kids. But I always like staying at home with mine. And my husband, he was okay with that. Yeah. But children are a blessing. It doesn't matter now. Some days they gonna act up a little bit. Seems like times were better when more phones were at home. Well, it just all depends. It just depends on what a person think about it. I think it's better, but if they can stay at home. But some, it just all depends. Some mothers don't want to be at home. Don't want to be a stay-at-home mom. Some want to work. I can understand that. But I was at home with mine. But it just all depends. Good morning, Yusuf. Welcome to the live. Thanks for coming in. But anyway, yeah, it just all depends. I was all real old fashioned. Yeah, I was real old fashioned with mine. My kids wasn't just gonna be for me to just take a break like some people just say, I need a break or whatever. You can stay at such and such, you can stay at this house, you can stay at that person's house all night. No, I didn't. I didn't go for that. No. Mm-mm. You're not gonna be all over the neighborhood. Which in the neighborhood I live now, every child, the children have grown up. They have grown up and they are gone now. But I'm saying, like some people, like I say, I'm old fashioned. Would let the children be just up and down the road at this one house and that one house staying all night. I've never been for that. I'm not for it. But then somebody else might say, well, you're so wrong. I don't see it wrong. That's a choice I made. I don't think kids need to just go to this person's house and stay all night. If your parents are not sick or not working, you need to be at home with your mom and dad if you can be. Or with your mom. You don't need to, this just my saying. You don't need to be just all the time gone from home. You stay at home. And my husband and he tried to have something entertainment for them where they could be at home. We would buy them games. We would buy, at that time it was like VCRs and stuff like that. And we would buy games, buy different cartoons. At that time we would go to Kmart. When Kmart was still open, we would buy them so many games. No, we would buy more cartoons at that time. We'd go to Kmart. I think it was Kmart. We would buy they had the cartoons Dumbo and this different cartoons. So no, they knew staying all night. No, it just yeah, it is. It's too dangerous. It is. So the children would be at home with me when my husband was working, and I was just satisfied with that. But not saying that everybody can do that. It's not bad to let kids get out and be with other kids, but as a whole, that staying all night and all that, no. I was very strict. But now they've grown. They are grown now. All you can do. I tell you, this is what I say now. When kids are at home with you, they might be acting up, but when they grown, you wonder sometimes where they are. Uh, no, it's not. No, it's not. But anyway, you wonder sometimes. When they're away from home, when they're grown, you want to know where they are and stuff like that. But you have to leave it. You have them give them to God. You have to pray, and that's it. Because children are going to grow up. And as long as they're at home with you, if they're small, you know where they are. I knew where mine were when they were small. And then after they grow up, okay. After they grow up, all you can do then is pray for them. I mean, you can pray for them. You should pray for them when they're small. But when they leave home, that's all you can do is pray for them. When they get a car, they're not going to sit around. Most kids, I would say, they're not going to sit around. If they got a car or something, they're going to get out. They're going to visit. They're going to work. And that's just where it is. Pray, pray, pray. And prayer is the best thing. That's all you can do for them once they leave home. Because children are not going to sit with you all the time. I was so strict on mine. I guess they probably thought, okay, you strict on us now, but you wait. And when we get grown, we're going to, we're going to get out and do this or do that or whatever. That's understandable. But I think it's just more fun. It was just more fun when they was young and I could just know where they were. This one was in in his or her room, and I knew that. But you just got to pray now. Just pray for them, and that's all you can do. So best thing, just try to, when they're with you, all you can do is try to raise them right. And don't get me wrong. People can say this or say that, but when children are children, they are going to do some things. But train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart. Whatever you teach your children, if you're doing right, you're teaching them right, that will come back to them. Not saying, everything, they're going to do everything right. I had to raise myself. I had to raise myself from age 12, but God put people in my life to help me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's some people out there to help. It's some people out to help. But I'm just saying, when you teach them right, it'll come back to them. That's just the way it is with children. You got to learn to trust God. Once they get of age where they're away from home or whatever, you got to trust God. When they get a car or whatever, you got to trust God. But that's the way it is, But all that's in it, Kids, they're not going to stay small. Some are different from others, and that's normal. Everybody have their own thing they want to do. Some want to do this and some want to do that. That's for jobs and whatever. And that's good. They have a job. But I tell anybody, all you do, you can just pray for your children. If you have one, you pray for that child, or, if you have 2, 3, 4, 5, you got to pray for them. And that's all you can do. So it's fun when it's small. Even though when children are small, they just look like it. Mine, I had them so close together. Look like you just They, look like at one time this one would be getting into so much. I'm talking about the small kids, this one doing this or this one doing that. But I always raised them up to be close. You know, you be close. I mean, if your sister or your brother needs something, and if you can help them, you help them. Because mine was so close together. My oldest daughter was at the time when my mother passed. Do you have grandchildren? No, I don't. I don't have any grandchildren. If I had grandchildren, I probably wouldn't oversleep. I wouldn't overslept this morning, probably. But anyway, no, I don't have any grandchildren. But children, when they're small, you gotta watch them close, but still, you'd rather for them to be close by, be close to you. So I kept mine close when they were small. And now, even though one of my children, my son, he's moved. And I just be so glad for all of my children to be at home. I've always been like that. I like for them to come home, be at home, and just be around me. Be around, and they like to joke and do. I don't like to really joke like that, but they do. And sometimes, it just does me good to have them here. But anyway, yes, I would. Yes, I would. I would have them with me. I say I probably wouldn't overslept this morning if they would have been here. If I would have had grandchildren, no. Because one thing about children, you're going to have to get up. You're going to have to get up. Kids don't care how you feel when they're little or young, I should say. They don't care how you feel. You got to get up out that bed. If I would have had grandchildren, I would have been up. I would have had to cook something for them. If I wouldn't have cooked, my husband would have cooked something for them. But anyway, no, I don't. So I would love to have grandchildren, but I think, yeah, you have to get up with kids. You just have to get up. So you might want to sleep in late, but kids, they don't. Reason why I say that's the way I had to do with mine. Get up early. When school was out, they was going to be at home with me. Just like they have that feeding program, summer program. They were at home with me. I was going to cook. They knew I was going to cook. And they just knew because I was going to be there with them. So like I say, those were the good old days to me. So now, oh yeah, yeah. Now I believe in getting up, get up and do for them when they were small, younger. I would get up, cook early, just like for holidays, like Thanksgiving and like that. They know I'm gonna be the one cooking, and they gonna be especially the oldest one. She's gonna come in the kitchen. She gonna be talking and all that. But now they know I would be cooking, and they gonna be talking and doing. Good morning, Johanna. Welcome to the live. And they know that. And I think I would say this about my own kids. They kind of, well, they've grown. They are grown now, but they spoil. Um, they know that I'm going. They knew that. So they're spoiled, like Thanksgiving dinner, stuff like that, occasions like that, or whatever occasion. They know I would cook. But they just, it's just the way it is. I like doing it. Sometimes I would say about my oldest daughter, I would say about her, sometimes she cooked, but I would say, You act like I said, like she's scared of it. She act like she's scared of the stove. Just talking, having fun. But they know I was gonna cook. And at one time, like for holidays, I might bake 4 or 5 cakes, or 3 or 4 cakes, and 3 or 4 pies, and all that. I would cook all my children desserts. My youngest daughter, she liked the cake with the strawberry filling on top with the strawberry icing. My oldest daughter, she liked red velvet cake. And my son, he liked a pound cake. No frosting, just a pound cake. So then I would cook whatever they wanted. And everybody had a favorite cake. But now my favorite dessert is cheesecake and coconut cake. So I cook that. It's been a while since I made a cheesecake. But I make those kind of cakes for them. But now I do all my cakes from scratch. So it's a lot of fun, but then if you're cooking from scratch, it's more work. There's nothing wrong with a box cake now, but okay, okay, okay. But anyway, just with kids, you have a lot to do. So Johanna, how's your day going? I hope you're having a good day. Oh, you like strawberry cake? Okay, great. Yeah, okay, that's good. It's great. Oh yeah, you like strawberry cake. Okay. Well, I liked it, like I said, I like a cheesecake and a coconut cake. And it's been so long since I made a cheesecake. I did a video making a cheesecake. I like yeah, I did a video doing a coconut cake, pecan pie. I made that one. Those are my older videos. Uh Caramel cake. I made that also. I know sometimes people come and they buy cakes from me. And what I hate about the caramel cake is, for me, oh, a cheesecake, that's my favorite also. But now caramel cake, I be hating when if somebody said caramel cake, because here's the reason why I hate making it. Because not the cake, but the frosting. See, I cook my frosting from scratch also. I don't buy it in the can. I do all my desserts from scratch. With a caramel cake, you just gotta work with it. Once you make that icing, you got to, wait till it cool and get it on the cake, and just, constantly be working at it until you get it right on the cake. But cream cheese icing, oh yeah, yeah. Now I like that kind of icing also. You get that. I buy the Philadelphia cream cheese. Yeah, well, I mean, that's all I know. The reason why I say that's all I know, making cakes from scratch, is because my mother, I was raised up like that. She would make cakes from scratch. Her cakes, pies also. I also have a I also have a video. It is. It's good. All you have to do is get that. I get that Philadelphia cream cheese, depending on how much you want on the cake, because that's the kind of icing I would use when I make red velvet cake. I got videos of all those kind of cakes. I got a pecan pie, red velvet cake. What is a cheesecake? A cheesecake is like you using uh Philadelphia cream cheese, eggs. You don't have to put a lot of. Let me just say it this way. Watch my video. I don't know whether that was 2019 or whatever, or 20. But it's one of my older videos. I made a cheesecake. I made a pecan pie. I made a caramel cake. I cooked caramel icing. And I think I did that in 2018. Because, see, I started YouTube in 2018. So just go back and look for cheesecake. And you will see how I made it. Because some of the things now I forget. Let me see what other cake I made that I have videos of. Let me see. I'm trying to think, did I do the caramel cake or did I do the icing? I know I did the caramel icing. I did German chocolate cake. Um, Let me see what other cakes I did. So I did different desserts. I just slacked up on cooking or baking after I got sick. After I came from the hospital, I just got to get back into it. But those are some of the older ones. I don't think, yes, I made a carrot cake before, but it's some, when it's baking from scratch, it's a lot to it. To me, they taste better than box cake. Then they cost more also. As for like butter, I use Land O'Lakes butter. That butter is expensive. So if you want to come out really cheap, you don't have to get that kind of butter. But to me, Land O'Lakes butter is just a good butter if you're making cakes. And that's the kind I get if I'm going to bake for someone else. Okay, yeah, I made carrot cakes. I have so many pictures of cakes that I made on my Facebook page. Uh, at one time, that's how I was getting people to buy cakes from me. They would look on I make tea cakes. Uh, I would get people, they would see my cakes on Facebook's on my page and they would order from me on from Facebook. But it's been a while since I did a lot of baking. Now I baked last year for Thanksgiving. Um but if I hadn't got that KitchenAid mixer by me, just had but that's what I was doing at one time. Baking cakes for different people. And it just all cakes it just all depends on what kind. Some are a little more harder to bake than others. But that caramel cake, I don't mind baking the cake, but cooking the icing is the thing. And like I say, it's nothing wrong with box cakes, but those are I just bake from scratch. I make lemon meringue pies. If you watch, I have a video making a lemon meringue pie also. But it's just more work to it. But they just taste better to me. I even made a Butterfinger cake. The candy bar cake. The Butterfinger, I made but I don't think I have the Oreo. I made an Oreo cookie cake, but I didn't put that on YouTube. I just had a picture of that on Facebook. But now I have a favorite pie that I did a video of, and that's egg pie. I don't know whether you all have heard of that, but I made an egg pie. That was my favorite pie. Uh, Egg pie and coconut pie. They're pretty much the same. Only thing, you just don't put the coconut in. You just put the coconut in one and you just do the eggs in the other. So I have a lot that I have a lot of cakes I used to bake. Chocolate cake. I can do a chocolate cake, but you can use butter, or else it's a recipe where you only can use cooking oil. I make the cookies also, chocolate chip cookies. Like I said, tea cakes. I have a video for both of those, the tea cakes and chocolate chip cookies. Okay, well, just keep practicing. I don't care how good. Let me say this: how good a person can bake. Sometimes things are not going to come out right. Sometimes it's just going, they be leaning. Okay. Okay. Well, that's okay. But it doesn't matter how good you can cook, I can cook, or whatever. Sometimes it's just gonna come a time things are not gonna, they're not gonna turn out right all the time. Yesterday I did a video for making some scalloped potatoes. That was my first time making scalloped potatoes, but they turned out good. So you just have to try. You know, people might say, "Well, I don't." I just I don't trust myself with that. When you not yesterday, like I say, let them be as long as they are good. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, I do the cakes and pies, but no, you don't give up just because a cake is leaning or something like that. I don't. I really don't. I like sweets, but I don't know whether they're really good for you. But if I could eat sweet, I eat a lot of sweets. But I haven't eaten as much as I did before I got sick. Yeah, you make your cake. You don't stop. Who you make? I mean, you don't just stop and say, "Well, I'm not gonna make any more sweet. This cake was leaning." I'm telling you, most of the time, I don't care how good a person can bake, he or she, whatever. If the cake don't turn out right, it's not. Sometimes food is just your cake is not gonna be like you want it to be. You don't stop because of that. I would. I really would. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe she tripping then. No, you don't do that. You just keep on till you get it right. But now, on the thing about it, I don't like a lot of frosting on my cake. Uh, my kids, my daughters do. Like I say, my son he like the pound cake. The daughters they like a lot of frosting. Like I said, red velvet. My oldest daughter, that's her favorite cake. Okay. Oh, they taste nasty and hard. Okay. If they're too hard or whatever, you think they're too hard, probably because you might just let them stay in the oven too long. It depends on what kind of cake. Different cakes you have to bake at different temperatures. Now, like I do a sour cream, let me see, I do sour cream pound cake, a plain pound cake. You can cook it on 350. Uh, Cream cheese pound cake, you should bake it on 325. So it depends on, you might be just having your oven temperature up too high. It could be that. You know, you have to know what temperature to cook it on. You don't bake every cake on 350. You know, uh, so that could be the only problem you're having with your cakes, baking them up. What do you have the oven on when you're baking it, and what kind you're baking? So that don't mean you're bad at baking. It just means that you have to know what to have your temperature on when you turn that oven on. And then I always preheat. You preheat. You turn your oven on and give it. Good morning, Frank. Welcome to the live. Good morning. Thanks for coming in. Okay, sugar. Okay. Okay. Frank, if you don't, I'm gonna make you a moderator. Is that okay? I'm gonna make you a moderator, Frank. Oh, what kind of cake was you baking? I would sure would like to know. Okay. Well, now I want to know what kind of cake you was baking at 425. That's all I believe. Now I think you just um I think Okay. Hi, Fearless Metals. Um, welcome to the line. I think 425. I don't know of a cake I ever baked. Uh, yeah, you can bake it in a bundt pan, and it was hard and short and flat and. I think you just baked it too. I think what you did was, I think you just had your oven up too high. You put that oven for a pound cake. Me, if I use a bundt pan, I cook it on 350. No, no, that's all. You just cooking it up too high. If let me see, 425. No, I don't think I ever baked a pound cake on 425. That's all you gotta do, Gwen. Yeah, I think it's too high. I've never had a recipe. I never looked at a recipe and I cooked a pound cake on 425. And then most of my cakes I don't cook on 425. Like I say, some is 325. It just all depends. It all depends. But as a whole, you don't bake a cake on uh 425. I don't. You just try it and let me know how it turn out. Johanna, would you like to be a moderator also? No, I haven't either. Sometimes you just have to ask somebody. Yeah, 350 is right depending on the kind of cake you're baking. Some you have to bake them on 325. Now, like pies, you can bake them on 350. Okay, all right. Pies, you can bake them on 350. Pecan pies, egg pies, potato pies, sweet potato pies. But now that 425, no, tell you it's a family recipe. Okay. Mm-mm. But yeah, like I say, I baked a lot of cakes, like the cheesecake and pecan pies and the egg pies and coconut pies. I did that, so I have videos for those. But when you watch them, you will see. I even did a pineapple normally. Yeah, 325 to 350. Yes, it would get burned. Good morning, Sharon. Welcome to the live. But pineapple upside down cake. I don't know. I baked that for a lady, and I did one on I did one on YouTube. I have that also. But I don't know whether I would like a pineapple upside down cake. But no, I try to stay in that. I think most cakes now. You should, you ask somebody. But I bake most of my cakes. Sharon also, she bake all her cakes from scratch. So I think the most cakes now, I know it could be a different cake, but I think we're talking about cakes, desserts. So Gwen, I guess she baked the cake, but it was on 425. She said it'd be hard. Yeah, I think it's gonna be hard when you bake. It just all depends, though. Grandma's stove probably was old and weak or something for her to write that down. Yeah. Well, she could have. It just all depends. So Sharon she loves baking. Yeah. So it just all depends on you. Just look and see. But no, Gwen, it's not that you don't know how to bake cakes. I think you just had the oven temperature up too high. That's all. So you just have to realize this. Take your time before. Yeah, it's too high. I think it's too high too, Sherry. I never baked a cake at 425. It's banana pudding. I made banana pudding, and I made it from scratch. I have a video where I did different desserts, and you can also when you cook your banana, you do your banana pudding. That's from scratch. Also, don't I you can get the mix in the box, but I just like doing mine. Yes, yes it is, Frank. It's perfect because a cream cheese pound cake is 325. A regular pound cake is 350. A sour cream pound cake is you might can bake it on 325, but definitely over 350. You're about to mess up. Then you're gonna have yourself a hard cake, and then see you can let it stay in the oven too long. Usually a pound cake with the bundt pan I cook it for about 55 minutes with the bundt cake I have. I have three I have two. Uh, I have 2 or 3 pound. I mean, bundt pans. The bigger ones, I would let them stay in the oven about 55 minutes. Yeah, it would need to be a shorter time. See, you whether you believe it or not, you can also cook food too fast. I don't like cooking fast. That's when it come around to just like frying food, chicken. I don't. Yeah, that's how you know because your mother and grandmother. Yeah, I don't even like frying chicken fast. If I'm going to cook something, yeah, oh, it tastes like raw egg. Yeah, you had to messed up. But try it again. You'll see. Turn your oven down to 350. It's just like some cakes you don't use the same amount of eggs in some cakes as others. Some cakes I use I put 6 eggs. Some of them you don't require 6 eggs. Some of them are four. Uh the cheesecake, I don't know. I forget. I don't know. It just all depends because there's so many different recipes, but you don't have to use 6 eggs in every cake. Some cakes you can just put that cooking oil in it. And just like my husband, he like a chocolate cake. I can use cooking oil with that. Vegetable oil, and I don't have to use any butter. It just all depends on what chocolate cake. What kind. There are a lot of chocolate cakes, but just turn your oven down. You'll see what a good cake you have. You know, it's not that hard. It's more work. Now, I'm just gonna be honest. To bake, yeah, yeah, 325 to 350 or 350, yeah. But to bake is just more work. You got your flour, you got your butter, you got your sugar, you got your vanilla extract or whatever you want, you know. And I'm not gonna knock box cakes because they're quicker, they're cheaper. But that just way I was just raised up on eating cake from scratch because that's all my mother did, cook cakes from scratch. Good morning, Nurka Lopez. Welcome to the live. Uh we okay, thank you. We have we're talking about desserts, cakes, and all. But yeah, they are fun to make. But now sometimes if your mind need to really be on what you're doing, even sometimes to bake a cake. Um, so it just all depends on what kind and what you like and all that. But anyway, yeah, I want you to let me know how that cake turned out, Gwen, because that's all you got to do. You don't really, it's you just really had your oven up too high. That's all. So if you all in the ones in here, if you don't have one another, you are welcome to drop your link or whatever you want to do, um, and connect. Probably everybody in here. Sharon is not a content creator, but she would connect with you all also. You know, But anyway, no, just try a different temperature and you'll see you can have a good cake. I like a German chocolate cake also, but you just are. Thank you. Thank you so much, Knocker. I like German chocolate cake, but see, I make all that icing. I cook that. I make it from scratch also. So when you look, you go back, like I said, my older videos, go back where I made German chocolate cake, and that cake is so good to me. And the icing is good also. So it's not hard. I guess I don't know. Some people just don't trust themselves to just say, well, I'm going to make me a cake from scratch. Uh, they're not hard. You just got to be patient and get your ingredients together. And now everything pretty much, I looked at the scalloped potato video on my television yesterday. I just got to comment. Okay. Well, it turned out good because that was my first time ever making scalloped potatoes. So, okay, Sharon has bacon is my stress reliever. That's how much I love it. Well, bacon that's not it's not my stress reliever, but I just like them cakes and pie from scratch. And it's been a while since I baked for someone else, but I usually get people like I say when they look at Facebook on my page and that's where I get my orders from sometimes. They look at those tea cakes or cake or whatever, and that's how I get them orders. You'll see your cake gonna turn out good. Just like for some cakes, you add a cup of butter. Some cakes you might need a little over a cup of butter. So when you're using butter, I guess everybody know a cup of butter is uh two sticks of butter. A half a cup of butter is one stick of butter. So you just have to have that right when you're getting ready to bake. Uh, that's all. You just follow your ingredients. It's not that hard. Usually you let your just say if you're gonna bake a cake, you let your butter out. You take your butter out in time so it can be room temperature. You don't just try to mix, make a cake with your butter hard and all that. You give it a chance to just it softens up. I mean, sometimes if I'm gonna bake a cake and the butter's not soft enough, I put it in the microwave. But I usually wait until it just get ready before I bake the cake. But don't say you can't do these things because you can. You just have to. Sometimes cooking might depend on what kind of mood you're in. You know, you can bake a cake, and sometimes if you forget and put this ingredient in there, and that makes your cake turn out wrong too. Some cakes are. I add I use the unsalted butter. Uh, if you use that, you can get Land O'Lakes unsalted or salted or whatever. Hi, King Morgan. Welcome to the live. Uh, Sometimes when you get that, the unsalted butter, we're just talking about desserts, cakes, and when you get the unsalted butter, then you can use baking powder or baking soda. But salted with the salted butter, uh, you don't have to really use that if you don't want to. It always depends. That's just like making. Thanks for coming in, King. That's just like, for instance, making biscuits. It just all depends. Some people don't like making biscuits. If I don't make them, just say, for instance, when I want biscuits. If I don't make biscuits, my husband will make them. I make them. Uh, just for instance, like pancakes. I don't really like pancakes, but it depends on what you like. But I just like cooking from scratch. So, what works for you? That's fine. But that's what I know. It's just like pies, sweet potato pies. I like them also, but that's just not my favorite pie. My youngest daughter, and my husband, they like sweet potato pies. So then I bake them, and so much dessert I do. But I got to get back into it. But if when you all get a chance, just watch my videos, some of my older videos where I have cakes and pies. I don't bake like I used to because I had to get back into it after being so sick. I had to get back into baking. But anyway, I thank you all for coming in. If you don't have any more questions or anything, King Morgan, if you all don't have one another, uh, you connect. If you want to, if you see someone in here, you don't have them, you drop your link or whatever. You're welcome to do that. But I'm going to go ahead and end this live. I thank you all so much for coming in. And you all have a good day and hope to see you all on Monday. Because my days are for going live is Monday and Friday. Not Friday, Wednesday. So I hope to see you all next week. Have a good day.